Hey guys, it's Angie Bell. How you guys doing out there? I do want to discuss a few things with you guys. This whole video is going to be about my mother. And it's kind of a tribute to her, and also this is her Christmas gift. And I told her this tribute on YouTube is also part of the present. So she's going to see the tribute ahead of time and get her present around Christmas time, but the whole thing is a gift. And what I wanted to talk about, a quick story before I show you what I made for my mother, which is a box which I decorated, and inside the box is a journal. My mother was a seamstress growing up and a designer, and she had her own sewing room, and every day after school I come home and go talk to her in her sewing room, and I always loved that. And she's a very, besides sewing, she's a super creative person. She did altered projects my whole life. For example, I never had a regular Easter basket. I had beautiful Easter baskets made from bleach bottles, and then she covered them with beautiful fabrics and lace, and you never even knew that was a bleach bottle. So she was the one who really got me going towards being creative, altering projects, and just basically being crafty or artsy-fartsy. Also being able to drive down the street and see a chair or a basket or a bird cage and turn that into something. Again, altering projects. So, this whole video is dedicated to my mom and thanking her for giving me such a creative mind and creative freedom. Okay, so I'm going to get to the project. And, hey Mom, because I know she's going to be watching this video. She watches all my videos. She's really supportive. Okay, so this is the box that I covered. It was just a regular old box from Michael's. And I'm going to go through it so you can kind of see here what I did. Okay, this is paper, and I love this paper here because this is like pattern paper of like any of the patterns you would buy in the store, but it's craft paper. So I used that, and I tore all the paper. See how it's all torn? And then this was lace paper. It was paper that looked like lace. And I tore it all because I'll tell you the truth, I cannot stand to measure this box perfectly and then try to get these perfect pieces on there. That's not me. You'll never see me do that. But I love the torn, shabby look anyway. So it works with my look. So also I want to show you right here how I did this lace all the way around. Isn't that beautiful lace? Love. This is some real pretty lace I did here. All the way around the box. And then I did a pearl trim all the way around the box. I'll just give you a quick view of that. Again, torn paper, the pretty laces, the pearl, going all the way around. And you can really see that pattern paper. Isn't that cool? Love that stuff. Okay, and that was done all the way around. Okay, now what I want to get to is I want to show you the top of the box. Because this came out really cool, I think. See that? So again, well, as I showed you before, I did the lace and the pearl all the way around. So now we'll go to the top. And let me see if I can come in here. Okay, I did all of these. Let me come back. I did all of these handmade flowers out of fabric. So I've been doing this. That Jennings 667, she showed me how to make these. Faith Chick, she does these type of flowers too, and I learned some great things from her about making these flowers. So I made those, which I think are really pretty, out of a very beigey, shabby chic fabric. And then Jennings 644 taught me how to make these flowers. Aren't they gorgeous? I think they're so pretty. And I'll put her link and Faith Chick 777 below. And then I put a little button here because my mom loved buttons. She always had just jars and jars of buttons all around the house. Also, this. I love spools. See how that's a spool? A spool thread? Thread spool? Okay, you guys. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, she had a big board when I was little, and she punched in a bunch of nails, and she probably had 100 threads, 100 spools of thread on that. And I always thought it looked like a little work of art. So I've always been obsessed with spools of thread, or just the plain old spools without the thread. So that's why I had to get these spools in here. Okay, and then I did, you know how we all do those pins? That'd be pretty to do some pins that match. Okay, and I love this, you guys. It's a little, it's out of metal, and it's all antique-y looking. I got this from Hobby Lobby. Let me show you. Isn't that fabulous? Isn't that so cool? So that's on the top of the box. Like, it takes, you know, this big brassy looking antique handle to open the box, which it doesn't, but I love it. Okay, all right, so now we're going to get to what's in the box. And what I like about this is that she gets 2 gifts in one. The box is a gift, and then the journal is a gift. Okay, so here's the journal. And I'll show you the side. And I wanted this to look very antique-y and very old, like we found this box somewhere in the attic, and then she found this journal inside. So that's the whole look I was going for. So this right here is coffee dyed paper. Well, this is all just cardboard. And this is coffee dyed paper, and then I aged it with some Tim Holtz. I put a butterfly on here because my mom also had a sewing and design shop outside of the house at one time, and butterfly, I believe, was her emblem. This is some trim with beading, which I thought was gorgeous. And for the binding, isn't this cool, you guys? I made it with Tim Holtz. I made it look all aged, like it's been around forever, and I put a couple buttons on there. And how I made this book, I will put the link below for that too, because there's a lady who showed me how to make this this book, and I think these books are fabulous. I've made a few of them now. Aren't they cool looking? I mean, it looks like an actual book. I love them. Okay, let's get into the goodies inside. Okay, we'll go through these. Make sure you guys can see. Okay, so on this one I put a little pocket with this potato sacky looking fabric. Put a little bit of lace on top of that because I love the shabby and the chic right on top of each other. Oh, and let me show you the inside of this. And it's a pocket. But this was a bingo card. I have a bunch of these bingo cards. And actually I have these. I sell them in my Etsy shop. And then I did a bunch of stamping all over it. And Tim Holtz inking, of course. Okay, so inside of that pocket, I had Tim Holtz a tag and stamped it. This came from, and some of these things are coming from Marion Smith. And I'm just hoping that all these are from Marion Smith. Okay, and I believe they are. Okay. Actually, they're not all Marion Smith. Some of these tags and envelopes are Marion Smith, and it's another lady, and I'll put her below because it's not in my head right now where I got some of these downloads. They're like the printable downloads. Okay, so then I made like a little bookmark to put in this one. This is just a little card that I actually just got at Michael's for 50 cents for a pack. I put a little pretty butterfly on it, and then inside I just Tim Holtz distressed this. And use my my handwriting stamp, and then another stamp I had inside of here. So it kind of looks like there was like someone wrote like a whole bunch of a nice little letter. Okay, so all that goes back into the pocket. This is the next page. Let me try to get close here so you guys can see. Okay, I did another pocket out of corrugated cardboard. I tore off the top of it, and you know what's underneath is this kind of stuff. I just love that look, and another really pretty butterfly. And then inside of that pocket, let me see. Yeah, inside of that pocket, I just put this envelope, which I thought was a really pretty envelope. You know, I'm going to move my lighting a little bit up because I feel like it's getting too much of a glare. All right, that's better. And I put a little button on there for, you know, for sewing. I told you my mother loved collecting buttons, and I do too. I'm a button freak. And inside I have a pretty little card that you can journal on, a little journal card. That goes back in. This is some pretty paper too, and it totally goes with the card, okay, and the envelope. Okay, next one. Again, I use the potato sack fabric, another button, you guys, because of course my mother was sewing in buttons. And then I have some tags in here, which are really cute. This is a tag that somebody actually gave me the card, and I decided to throw it in because I love a dress form, and that's very relates to sewing. And then these, aren't these cute? These were printables that I got. Oh, okay, I know where I got these printables now. It's Ephemera Garden. It's EMPHMRA, Ephemera Gardens. Okay, and you guys, I'll have the exact spelling of the name of the company below. And I love these. I think these are so cute. This is another one of the printables. A little card for writing on. Taking some little writing notes on. And we'll put those back in. Okay, next page. Now this is the page that I created did I create this one? Yeah, I created this page myself. Let me take the stuff out. For one, I did the corrugated cardboard, a little butterfly again, and this was tea-dyed paper, and then I distressed it with Tim Holtz, used a dress form stamp, and then another stamp I had vintage. I filled the pockets with, of course, I love these, I told you, this is a printable with that Ephedra Gardens. And another printable, and the back with lines so you can journal. And you can start calling those journal cards, that's what they are. And then I love these. I got this from Hobby Lobby, these little bags. Aren't they adorable? Love, and it has a little key on it. And of course I put a little goodie in here. What did I put in here? Oh, I got this in like something, I won a challenge and this was one of the things. So I just put a little something in there. Okay, let's go to the next page. Okay, the next page, what I decided to do is I have more handmade paper again. And again, I coffee dyed it or tea dyed it, put vintage on the bottom, and I stamped a lot of dress forms. Let me take this off of here. And I decided to put like a little paper clip, which I thought was kind of cute. I wanted to distress that, so I need to alcohol ink though, so excuse that, I forgot about that. Anyway, you can see I use stamps, and they're all dress form stamps. Let's get a little closer. Thought that was kind of cool. This page looks like it's been around forever. Oh, and I wanted to tell you guys, do you see, like, let me go closer. See all the stitching? I have hand stitched all of my pages, and I got that from Faith Chick 777, and I've done that to all my pages. I've hand stitched them. It just gives it a really cool look. And all of my tags, I've also hand stitched. See the stitching on them all? Now these are really neat. These are from the Sears catalog, and I want to show you guys something. These are so what I did is I got the Sears catalog. This is from 1800s, and I copied them onto just brown cardstock paper. Okay, isn't that cool? You guys, look at that old sewing machine. Love. And this sewing machine, it's like somewhere in the 1800s. I think it was 1890. Anyway, the sewing machine, the price is right here. You can't really see it. It's only $8.50 for the sewing machine. If you add a drawer, it's $10. If you add another drawer, it's $11.90. You add all the drawers that they offer, it's only $13.90 for a sewing machine. And you guys, look how antique they are. And how much there is. Like, they built like a desk to go with your sewing machine and everything. And today you pay $100 and you just get a sewing machine made of plastic. Okay, so these are some more tags that talk about the sewing machine that I cut out, aged, okay, and aged them up and sewed them. See the sewing? See what the sewing does? It adds a lot of personality to the piece. Okay, these I won't put back onto the paper clip. We'll just go on to the next one, so we'll put those aside. Okay, all right, make sure you can see this one. There's my next journal page. Again, this is my own handmade paper again. Used a ruler on this side, put Paris on the top. Let's see if you can see that. I can't see the Paris part, but you can see the vintage at the bottom. And then I used, I got these from somewhere, I can't remember, but these are library card pockets. I aged them up with the Tim Holtz, put another button, of course, to represent my mom and loving buttons and sewing. Again, in the pocket, I have a journal card. This is actually a library card. Isn't that cool? And I went ahead and aged it, distressed it, tore up the edges a little bit. Everything I always distress, sew, and tear up the edges because I like that worn out look. Again, another one of those little bags from Hobby Lobby. Okay. And in the bag, I put another tag. Okay. And in fact, oh, you guys, yay, this little tag. It's just something that was on the, when I do the printables, it was just like a little leftover piece of paper. I made it into a tag. And guess what I have on here? What the name of the company is. www.epheras.garden.etsy.com. So it's I think it's Ephemera's Vintage Garden. And excuse me if I'm not pronouncing that name right, but at least I've got it down and I spelled it. And it's so cool that I had that on this little, in this little envelope. Okay, so let's get on to the next one. See if I can get things back in here quickly. If I can, I'll put them back. Okay, I can get them back in. Next page. Another piece of paper that I made myself. Put a little cool little flower at the top. Let's see if you guys can see it. There it is. Okay. And then, let me bring my book back a little bit. Again, I did another one with the with the potato sacky type of fabric. This is a little wooden piece here, and I put a stamp on here and a button, and the stamp says "Think Big." I just love that saying. Some stamp I think at Michael's for $1. A journal card with a dress form. Love, distressed and sewed. Another journal card in there. And these are all printables from that Embellishing garden. And I sure hope I'm saying that right. I feel guilty if I'm not pronouncing her shop right. Okay, this is another download from her. And I kind of just left that one free. Let you guys see that. And it says France, which I think is great because, you know, that's where a lot of the clothing was made originally, was France. Okay, again, another one. And this is just, I left this free because it's just like journaling pages. I just thought it'd be nice to have just nice free journaling pages. Okay. And then here's another page where I created the paper again. And this is kind of pretty. I tea-dyed it or copy-dyed it, put a little stamp here, and then I used this really pretty lace on the side to make it into like a side pocket. Okay, and then I have another envelope. These are these little mini envelopes that I think someone gave them to me. Yeah, I think they were mailed to me. And as a gift. And I have this really cool stamp. See that stamp right there? I love that stamp. It looks like it's like a post stamp. Like it's been postmarked by the post office. So I put that on there, and I have, oh, I love this idea. I love envelopes within envelopes. So there's another envelope within that. And then there's a little birdie for my mom. And inside of this envelope, oh, you know what I think? Sorry. I think the little birdie's supposed to go in the envelope. Yeah, that's how it was supposed to be. Okay, so let's put the envelope back into the envelope. I got that idea from somewhere, and I just loved it. Envelopes with inside envelopes. You can even do it 3 times. An envelope inside of an envelope inside of an envelope. Okay, anyway. Let's get on to the next one. Again, handmade paper. It looks like it was like handwriting. See how it looks like it's all faded and old and tea-dyed, and I went ahead and distressed the edges and sewed on my papers. Then I put a piece of this real pretty lace going diagonally, and that's holding these journal cards. And the journal cards are here with a little button and distressed and sewed. Again, distressed and sewed. They're kind of cool. Okay, let's put this back in carefully. And that should hold right there. Yep. Okay. Next one, paper that I did myself. Let me just bring it back so you can see the paper. Again, I put a paper clip on top here. And I tea-dyed and distressed it. Tim Holtz Distress. Put a little... Oh, and I like this stamp. Let me come up closer. See the stamp in the corner? I use this a lot. It's a stamp with a pin cushion and buttons. Isn't that the cutest little stamp? I thought I bought that specifically for my mother. I thought that was a great little stamp. And for this journal. Okay, and again, I got this out of the Sears catalog and copied it onto brown craft paper. Bring it down so you can see the sewing machine. You guys look how fabulous these sewing machines are. And how ornate everything is. It's like furniture. They built furniture for the sewing machine. Okay, and then I have another tag here where I cut out some information about the sewing machine, and it has the price. And the price of this sewing machine is $18.55, and it goes up to $20.55 depending on how many drawers and a cover and a drop leaf. So, can you believe this? They're selling these fabulous sewing machines. This is the 1800s, like 1890 or whatever. But still, the sewing machine, look how ornate it is, and it's like $18. How insane. But for the times, that was probably, I'm sure, about right what the price should have been. But it's just crazy how much more you got for your money. Okay, again, some more handmade paper. Okay, let's see. Let's take some things out. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I just skipped over something. Let me go back. This is not handmade. This is the it's an Embellishing printable piece of paper. And also, when I take that out, you can also journal. There's journal lines. It's hard to see there, but there's also journal lines there. Okay, let me bring that back. Okay, and then I have inside the pocket, oh, and on this paper I have lace here. How pretty. Made into a little pocket. And then I have a card. Again, I use my post stamp. And inside of that, an envelope within an envelope. You know I love doing that. And then, look what I did. I cut out, I think I got this off the internet. Look, a little old-fashioned Singer sewing. And I just, distressed the edges and used Tim Holtz on it to make it look really old. So it looks like it's been around forever. So I'll put the envelope back into the envelope. And then I made a tag. Love tags. Again, I used my, post stamp on it. Distressed the edges with Tim Holtz. Distressed the edges also with my distressed edger, which is Tim Holtz. And then this is some seam binding that I dyed. Okay. I think I just sprayed those with like one of the sprays. One of the spray colors. Okay, let's go to the back of this. Okay, let's look at, again, I have another pocket with the potato sack fabric and the lace. And, oh, okay, I wanted to grab that out. Then I have another one of these little envelopes that I did. And I used that one really cool stamp, which is the pin cushion and buttons, which I love. And then I have a little goodie in here. What do I have? Oh, I have another little picture I got offline that I downloaded. Isn't that cool, you guys? It's a real small picture, so it's hard to make it out, but it's a little sewing machine. And then I distressed it like it looked like an old piece of paper with Tim Holtz and used my distressor. Again, just another one of those same tags I made, because I love using my post stamp. Okay? My post stamp, I guess I'd just say. Okay, so I'll put that back in here. And this paper is really pretty. That's, see if you guys can see it. It's kind of hard to see, but see how that's pink design in the back with a dress form? That's from Ephedra's Garden. I downloaded that. You guys should go on there and download her kits and her papers. They're just fabulous. And then you have them forever because then you can just save them to your computer. Okay, this is, I'm trying to think what this is. This is from Marion Smith. See if I can show you that. Isn't that a cool little, and I made it into I sewed it and made it into like a little background. And it was a printable from Marion Smith, and I just love it. And that car is on the back, and then you can journal. Isn't that cool? And I left this one free so you can do journaling. And then this is a library pocket, which I ripped. And then my husband gave the idea of just ripping that off to give it more of that shabby chic look, which I think is great. I had a stamp up here that I stamped. It says, "Be bold, have fun, dream." I think it was a buck at Michael's, another button. And inside of here I had this stuff. So let me show you what I had in there. I have a little journaling card. And this is the Ephedra's Garden. And journaling on the back. And then, again, these are little bags. Aren't these pretty, you guys? Again, I got these from Hobby Lobby. One of my favorite places in the world. And just as a little gift. My mom loves butterflies, so I put that little butterfly in there for her. Well, the whole thing's her gift, but I just know she loves butterflies, so I like having little gifts all over the place for her to look at. And again, that's the other side with the car and journaling. This is another page that I aged, and I left it blank, and right here it says shine. I just do that because I just think my mom, she should always shine. I aged up the paper and tea-dyed it and left it plain so that she can do something with this for herself. So I thought I'd give her a couple free pages. Maybe I only left her one, but at least she can have a page to do whatever she wants with that. Again, this is paper that I did myself. Tea-dyed, the little pin cushion in both corners. And then again, I used a paper clip. Let me see if I can show you that. See, you guys, there's the paper clip. And that's how these are hung up here with the paper clip. And again, I'm just going to show you guys the sewing machines. Aren't these fabulous? See if I can get real close. Okay, these are all the sewing machines that I got out of that Sears catalog and copied it on brown craft paper, which I love me some brown craft paper. These are ones that talk about the sewing machine. I cut out the information. And it's kind of cool. They say that the sewing machine is $17.50. $17.50 for all of that. It's just insane. It just amazes me. Okay, so put all that back and put this back underneath the paper clip so the paper will hold that all up again. Okay, let's go on to the next page. This is a really big project. I didn't think it was this big, but it really is a big project. Okay, I used a library card. Okay, this is paper that I did again. I aged it up. Let you guys see that. And you can probably see that this is music notes. I use my music notes stamp. This is a library card that I had, and I made it into like a little side pocket. So you can put stuff right here. Aged it with some Tim Holtz Distress inks. Did my sewing. So I'll show you guys. Did all my sewing on it. And distressed it. Okay, and inside there I had put journaling cards. Again, from Embellishing Gardens, I downloaded. Downloaded this from her, too. Isn't it cute? I love these little dresses. I Tim Holtz stained it and distressed the edges. And then, this is just, it says So Pretty, Printable Junk Journal. And this is just something from when I did my downloads that I decided to make a little tag out of it. I was getting stressed out that I didn't have enough tags for my book, so I would just take things, little extras, and make tags out of them just in case I needed them. Again, that's the paper that I make, and the background, again, is, you can barely see it, it's real light, but the background is a music stamp. So I stamped the whole page with that. Again, this is another library pocket that I distressed, and I can put stuff in here. A pretty butterfly, another envelope. It's very light, but I use that postage stamp on there. Okay, and inside I have a tag. This is a tag that I created from the leftovers from when I did my printouts. It says Tattered Rose, and I just put that on the back. Think big. Okay. I wanted a lot of tags for my project, so anytime I could just create a tag out of anything, I would. Okay, guys, we're getting towards the end. Sorry, this video is so long. Let me bring this back and see if you guys can see. Okay. This is a journal page from Embellishing that I downloaded again, and this is in black. So, Mom, on this one, you're gonna have to use like a gold pen or a silver pen so that you can journal on this and it shows up if you decide to journal on it. This is a real pretty pink button. Let me see if you guys can see that at the top, and then a pretty butterfly. Okay, and I just left it. I didn't put anything else because I wanted her to be able to journal on this page. Okay. Oh, this is fun. What I did here, let me try to bring this close up. I just love the paper. Isn't it pretty? And then I added the butterfly. And let me see if I can get you guys to see the paper on the top. That's what that paper on the top looks like. Isn't that pretty? I think so too. And I'm going to try to see if I can bring my book back so you guys can see things. Yeah, that way you can see it. Alright, now I took... This is a bunch of envelopes that I put together, and let me turn it this way so you can maybe see it. And this is a button that I stacked on top of each other for like a little handle, and you can go like this. You guys, isn't that cool? And it goes back. And like this, and it goes back. I just love that, and I learned it on some video a while back. I'll try to put a note down at the bottom about it, so you guys can go and learn how to make your own like this little accordion out of paper bags. I love it, and it's simple and easy. We won't go through all these pockets, but in these pockets is a bunch of little gifts, a bunch of little goodies. Pictures of little sewing machines, etc. Okay, let's go back again. And this is another real pretty paper, as you guys can see, that I downloaded from the Embellishing Gardens. And it's a corset on it. Isn't that pretty, you guys? Love. Okay, again, one of those dresses. And another journal card, and I put buttons and distressed it and sewed it like normal. And then this one doesn't have anything in it, which I don't know why I didn't put anything in it, but it's just another one of those envelopes with my postage stamp. Okay, we'll put that back in. Oh, and again, the pocket is some of that pretty lace made for my pocket. Okay, and then on the back of here is a place for journaling. There's a bunch of journaling lines here. I don't know if you guys can see those. Again, I just paper clipped that up there. And it's one of the sewing machines. It's called the Minnesota. And I told you guys how I did this. And then this is the information card about it. And the card says that these sewing machines went from 1655 to 1855. I just can't believe, look at all that beautiful handwork. For 18 bucks. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Okay. Oh, that was the last page. Now this is the end of the book. And because I have Let me bring this back. Okay, at the end, again, I used a bingo card like I did at the beginning. And this is a library card pocket, which I distress. And then I have some things in the pocket, which I'll show you guys. This is just information about a stitch regulator. So I cut that out of the Sears catalog, copied it, sewed the edges. Okay. This is another tag I made. And then this tag, I think this is pretty neat looking. I used my handwriting stamp and then used that pincushion stamp with the buttons. And then just did the same thing on this one. Same thing. See? And then used a real cool stamp. I love this stamp, you guys. It has all my favorite things. I love clocks. I'm clock obsessed. I'm butterfly obsessed. I love pin cushions. I love buttons. I love like handwriting stamps. So this is just all one stamp and I love it, except for the pin cushion part. So, and that is, let me put all this back. That is the gift I gave my mother. I think she's going to love this. I enjoyed doing this project. It was just a joy the whole time. I was excited about doing it the whole time because it was just all about my mom and all about how she encouraged me to be a creative person. So I hope you love this, Mom. I love doing it. If anybody hasn't subscribed to my station, I would love for you to do that today. And I'd love to see what you think about the project. If you want to leave a comment below. Be nice, because it's a gift from my mommy. So, I think that's it. Okay, you guys, I've probably taken enough of your time. This is a 30-minute video. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, I will talk to you soon, and have a creative day. Bye-bye.